Gemini, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, Gemini, your energy, the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Your person, the Four of Swords. They're viewing you as the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What you're not seeing is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And the final outcome advice, we see the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so things may not go exactly as planned. We see the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like, my Geminis, some of you could have Earth in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like you're taking really good care of yourselves, your house, your home, your finances. You've been patient. Maybe you've been putting time and effort into this connection. Now, we do have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, which is normally a really strong power couple energy. But the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles tells me that it's showing up in your energy. So you're showing up as extremely balanced in a very high vibrational state. And I feel like you're stable. I feel like you're secure. I feel like you're generous. You're well put together. And I feel like you realize it's come time to make a decision here. Now, maybe some of my Geminis, you have a decision between this person and someone else. For others of you, it's come time to make a decision about whether or not you want to continue with this connection or deepen this connection. All right, so we see the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you have clarity here. You're ready to communicate about this decision. You're viewing this person as the King of Pentacles in reverse. So again, you're recognizing that there's a lot of compatibility, but that they might not exactly be putting in the effort you are, or you two get along really well. You're compatible in a lot of ways, but this person, I don't know if you feel like they're a bit more superficial than you would like them to be. Is this person maybe not where you want them to be, financially? Or are they not putting in a whole lot of time and effort into the connection to show you that they really want to build and grow something here? You're viewing the relationship as the Devil, Capricorn energy. So you may be seeing this as something that's just purely physical. You may feel like there's a bit of a trauma bond formed between the two of you, especially if you've had a lot of stop and starts with this person, or back and forth, or off and on. Some of you could be in that cycle of breakup and makeup, which, yes, couples sometimes break up and make up, but if you find yourself in that cycle, it can create a bit of a trauma bond here. And I feel like some of my Geminis, you're looking at whether or not this is actually a really healthy connection or not. Some of you, there may be moments where you bring out the best in each other, but you may realize that, I'm getting some of you, you feel like they lead you down the wrong path at times, okay? Not to say that you don't have any agency or power, but I'm kind of getting like sometimes they could be a bit of a bad influence. That's not going to be for all of you, of course. All right, so they're showing up as the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords can be somebody who's healing, but the way I'm reading it, coupled with the King of Pentacles in reverse, some of my Geminis, you're seeing this person as a bit lazy with you or within the relationship. Like they don't take enough action or initiative, or maybe they're always borrowing money, or maybe you're really, you're very focused on your stability and progress, and you might feel like they don't have that same oomph or that same drive. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, a lot of you feel like this person is stuck in a cycle, one that is not really good for them. So some of you, it could be codependency. It could be drinking, drugs, partying, overspending, procrastination, playing video games all the time, whatever it might be. But I do think you feel like that they're stuck in a cycle and it's starting to affect you. All right, we see the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. So I do feel like this person, I do think they're avoidant. I think that probably when things get hard, they disappear or they go quiet. Now, there's nothing wrong with somebody that needs to process their emotions on their own. But if them going quiet becomes a choice, or it feels like punishment or manipulation, it's something to really take a look at. And I do kind of see that here. I feel with the Death card in reverse, this person isn't quite ready to let go of this. They might be quite, quote unquote, content with the cycle that you two are in. All right. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, they may be taking the time right now to get the clarity that they need about this soulmate connection. But I do really feel like this person wants another chance with you, or wants reunion with you. All right. But especially for those of my Geminis where you're stuck in like a off and on with this person, or you're stuck in like with a back and forth here, I'd be a little bit careful, because I do think that they recognize how much benefit they get from being around you, and being in a relationship with you. And like I said, it almost feels like they're content to maintain a cycle here that may not be particularly healthy for you. So the King of Pentacles here is they're seeing you as very grounded, stable, and generous. Some of my Geminis, I don't know if they borrow money from you, or you just offer a lot of stability in other ways. The Fool in reverse. Okay, so they might be worried that you're not ready to take another leap, or take a leap of faith or take a chance with them. They might be worried that you're not attracted to them anymore, or that you're going to reject them, or you don't have any fight left in you here for this connection. And the Queen of Wands in reverse, that you're angry, that you're triggered, that you're reactive. Because I kind of feel like, Gemini, this person keeps doing something here that like pisses you off, or that they know isn't quite right. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse can also tell me that they're a little bit worried about third party, like there's somebody else around you, or you've decided to move off in a different direction. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is in the hidden position, Gemini. I'd be careful, because I do think this person has codependent tendencies. I also think this person, they may use unhealthy coping mechanisms. Five of Wands, they do want to heal conflict here. They want something more stable with you. They want reunion. They have sweet feelings for you. But the Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy tells me that, they may want all of these things, but I'm not so sure that you can trust this. Of course, that's going to be up to you, but remember that the pattern is the message here, Gemini. The Eight of Wands in reverse tells me things aren't going, or haven't gone, or won't go the way that you want. I do think there's a need for you to protect your energy and what you've worked for. Double Eight of Wands. I'm going to double down on that, Gemini. You do need to protect your energy. You need to protect what you've worked hard for. Because, again, I feel like this person might be really slick. I think they're probably enjoying everything that you offer them. You probably are their anchor. You make them feel stable and secure, but it doesn't really feel mutual in the energy that I'm picking up on. And do they have sweet feelings? Do they want reunion? Absolutely. Do they want to heal conflict? Yes. Are they worried you're going to move on with somebody else? Yes. But I kind of get that this is somebody who brings you a lot of drama. And at some point in time, we need to recognize, does this connection bring me peace, build me up? Because when a connection is working and it brings you peace and you feel safe and secure emotionally, physically, and financially within the connection, that allows you to grow and blossom in other areas of your life, because you have support, or not all of your energy is going into maintaining the peace or fixing this or dragging someone across the finish line. And so I feel like for a lot of my Geminis, this is something that's been quite dysregulating for you. But ultimately, that's the decision you have to make. All right? Because we can, two things can be true at once. We can really love someone and care for them and have history with them, but also recognize that they're maybe not the best for us. All right? So we see the Four of Wands. All right? And we see the Ten of Swords in reverse. Healing and entering into a relationship. Now, for some of you, I feel this is a new situation headed your way. Okay, releasing negative patterns, toxic relationships, negative attachments can lead to your Four of Wands, a stable relationship. For some of you, it could be with this person, but I would like to see this Death card show up in the reverse for them, because it feels like they still haven't fully let go of limiting patterns. Okay. And we see the Judgment card, and we see justice here for them. So making a decision once and for all to turn things around, to come in to heal things. All right. But I would make sure that they're backing all of that up with action, Gemini. Okay. What do we need to know about this person for my Geminis, please? So, okay, wish granted. Try again. Yeah, their biggest wish is that you're going to give them another chance, and wasting time. Okay, so this person, they may procrastinate. I do see that with the Four of Swords, or they may have a proclivity or a tendency to be lazy. Okay, or expecting you to come in and do the work. What else do we need to know about them? They may have dark hair and eyes. That's going to be confirmation for some of you. They're still reacting to past hurts and heartbreak. And we see night owl. Okay. So I don't know if this person works late nights. Some of you I'm getting, like, I know this isn't for all of you. And believe me, I don't have a lot of friends who play video games, and I don't play video games and things like that. Not that I'm passing judgment on those that do, but I keep getting like this person might stay up late scrolling or playing video games, and then like they're too tired to get up in the morning. And I feel like my Geminis, you're on this very like disciplined path. So I think that's the energy I'm being shown, is that they have a lack of discipline, whereas you are disciplined. And I think there's a misalignment there that I'm being shown. Okay. I also think that communicating their feelings doesn't always come very easy to them. All right, so you may feel like you have to interpret what they're saying, read between lines of communication. Yeah, and you already know this. It's time to decide about this relationship. And a lot of my gems, I feel like you already have. So you may be coming to this reading for confirmation. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. And again, I don't think my Geminis out there, you're judging someone on how much money they make. But I do think you're looking at, am I the one that's putting in more effort here? You know, is the emotional and the financial and the physical burden always falling on my shoulders? And Spirit saying it's time to ask, does this situation align with your values and morals? At the bottom of the deck, we see interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Now, obviously, that could be third-party rivals and things like that. But for some of you, it's work ethic. It's, work schedules. It's, things like that. So it's time to make a decision, Gemini. What is this person's very next actions towards you? Four of Cups. Okay. And we see the Queen of Coins. So I do think this person's going to make you some sort of solid love offer. Okay. But that may be appetizing. It may be exactly what you want. But really take some time to look and see if this is something that aligns with you, Gemini. Okay. I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.